Everything? American? America was only built, what, 400, 500 years ago?
That's right.
What were you before then? According to the Bible, you won't find American, man. See, everybody, hey, give me Psalms. I know I'm giving you a lot of precepts. Whoever has John 2 and verse 10, y'all want you the whole thing. Y'all want you to get Psalms 49 and verse 11. Hold that real quick. I want Psalms 49 and verse 11 real quick. Everybody calling themselves followers, man. Right, come.
It's the book of Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall endure forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own name.
What?
They call their lands after their own name.
Hey, boss, I got one question for y'all real quick, man. One question for you. What's your nationality, King? African? Are you actually from the land of Africa, brother? And you say you're African, what land? What continent? Banana? Is that east or west? Or mid? West? So, do you believe that your ancestors went into slavery on ships? They did it? They did it, so you will be actually an African from him. Or so that means your forefathers put the Israelites, the so-called black people, into slavery. What you saying? Yeah. Huh? Okay, I'm gonna try the spirit real quick. Let's get Deuteronomy for name. He's the Lord of our lords. Oh man,
it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
I'm gonna ask you one more time. Did your forefathers go into slavery on ships? Were they in slavery or no? Oh, so you'd be actually Hamite or African, things of that nature. Oh, you got it, man. You got it. I appreciate it. No, you don't. No, you don't.
That's right.
From Africa. Pure blood right here.
And the Lord cursed him, though.
Right.
He cursed him. He
Right.
cursed your forefather.
Right.
Yes, he did. No, he don't. The Lord only loves the Israelites, man.
That's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
Right? Let me get this real quick.
Bring that out.
How's it going, brother? You see yourself in the sign, family? Where you see yourself in the sign, fam? Will you be from the tribe of Judah? Judah, right? I'll pray to the Most High. Okay, got 1 minute real quick, man? Just 1 minute real quick for the Lord. Okay, what else do you have to do to believe? How do you show your belief, King? How do you show it, though? By keeping the commandments, right? Right? Can you get 3 commandments before you leave? Can you get 1? It's 1 commandment. 1 commandment. 3 is 1. Go be quick. 1. No, you're not good. The Lord's good, man. Right? Well, we can get back to work. Give me John 2.
John chapter 2, verse 10.
Bring it up.
John chapter 2, verse 10.
Bring it up.
It says unto him, every man at the beginning does good wine. And when men have were drunk, then that which is worse. But thou hast kept the good wine until now.
What?
But thou hast kept the good wine until now.
What's that wine? That's the truth, man. The Lord kept the truth until the end. That's how you know these are the end days.
That's right.
Back then, they didn't have the truth like that, man. It wasn't prospering. You got 1 minute real quick, man? You may be an Israelite, brother. Right? We'll try to get the sister real quick. Hey, sister, will this be Jesus Christ right here? Is this Jesus Christ? Can you show me?
You can go around.
Will this be Jesus Christ right here? Did you know he looked just like us, sister?
1 minute.
Dang. Yeah, man. Trying to walk away. Almost got murdered. How's it going, sister? Do you believe that this is Jesus Christ and how he looked like? You as well, brother. This is Revelation 1:14. What? Can you prove it in the Bible, though? You can do your own research. Yeah, church, yeah, that's good. You go into it real quick? Yeah, that's our prayer to the Most High. Now, you said no one's seen Jesus Christ, but remember, we had what?
I say nobody.
Okay, my bad. Okay, yeah, you're right. But remember, the Lord had, disciples, apostles, and scribes that wrote down certain matters on what he did. And that's what the Bible is. A lot of people, think, Jesus Christ is this. But John the Revelator is the beloved of the Most High God and Jesus Christ. He knew how he looked like. He wrote it down. So let's see how he looked like.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it up.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Hey, John's about to give you a description of his whole body. He said his head and his hairs were white like wool. Who has woolly hair? If I grew my hair out and pick, look at the brother right here. He got woolly hair.
Right.
Who is that? Does this man have woolly hair? No, right? You have woolly hair. He has woolly hair. You get the braids out, right? My brother over here got woolly hair. So that's one. That's a what's it called? A stripe. Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And his feet.
His what?
And his feet.
Now your feet would be the same skin complexion as the rest of your body, correct? Now we're ready to go into a skin complexion. Read.
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? It says his feet is like into fine brass with the beak. What color would be brass? Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Like that. Like that sewer. That's like brass, like a penny, yeah, like a penny. Yeah, right. Not just, but watch this though. That's not even the point. That's the point.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace.
They what?
As if they burn in a furnace.
How dark is burnt? If I got some pancakes, you do my thing on the skillet, I forgot to flip it, I flip it over, it's gonna be burnt, right? Yeah, exactly, it's gonna be dark. Now, this man was set up to put us in captivity, you know that, right? It's a false image. He does not look like this.
That's right.
I always say, in order to know in order to tell a lie, you have to know the truth.
That's
so
right.
They know. The reason why they set this lie out because they know the truth. They know that you're God's chosen people. You see yourself in the sign system? Give me Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy 14 verse 2. You don't? What's your father's nationality? Will you be so-called African American? Yeah, you'd be Judah, man.
That's right.
You see that? Yeah, look at Hebrews 7 verse 14. Now I got one more question. You think that? Okay. A hypocrite? Okay. Right. Right. Yeah, that's what you are. You're an Israelite. Well, what's your question though? Are you saying like a hypocrite? Like what's up?
It was more so like, I was looking at it like, okay, like God, for example. It's like, you know, some people, but it was like, same concept as this, like, as far as you were like, this is some person preaching about.
Give me James 1:22. Yep.
So whenever they're doing this kind of stuff,
Okay. On purpose. Yeah, you don't want to be a hypocrite in this thing. Every day, it comes to a battle of either doing what's good, doing what's right, preaching or walking what you're preaching, or being a hypocrite. That's where discipline comes in. Now, a lot of people, they know they're Israelites, yet they're still smoking, they're still doing, abominable things. But, us, we're willing, everybody up here, they're actually walking this thing, man. We got fringes on to keep the commandments. We can be doing anything on Saturday. Yet we come out here, even though it's hot, we still try to teach you through the Spirit. You feel me? Let's get this real quick.
James chapter 1 and verse 22.
Look it up.
But be ye doers of the word.
You what?
Be ye doers of the word.
James, an apostle, said, be ye doers of the word, read.
And not hearers only.
Now what?
And not hearers only.
Not hearers only, read.
Deceiving your own selves.
Even your own selves, man. A lot of people just hear it, they think it sounds cool, they think it's a new fashion trend, but yet they told everybody they're Israelites, but guess what? They're still smoking.
That's
so,
right.
God forbid we're doing that. Let's get this real quick.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
For as much as ye are manifestly declared to be the...
Does that bring no offense to the ministry? Is that 2 Corinthians 3 and 3? No, you straight. But you don't want to bring no offense to the ministry if you're not keeping the commandments, man. If
That's
you're still
right.
import, you know about any commandments? Okay. Did you know there's more commandments than that?
Probably so.
Did he tell you anything? Huh?
I said probably so. They just cut it short.
Yeah, they kind of cut it short, but there's like the dietary laws. Like, you know about the dietary law? Yeah, you don't read the dietary law in the 10 commandments. But yeah, let's get Leviticus 11 verse 7 real quick. Right? Let's get Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7.
It's the book of Leviticus chapter 11 verse 7.
Bring it up.
And the swine.
In the what?
And the swine.
It says in the swine. You like pork? Watch up. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't nothing that I intentionally started to do, but I noticed in a while that we eating pork and I caught myself definitely eating pork. I didn't like how it did. And then once I started paying attention to like my intake, like how I was stuff like that, I would get more mindful of like the protein in my body. Because I like the
Yeah. And that's the reason why the Lord put this in the Bible. See, the people, the world, they say it's a delicacy. Pork chops is good for you. It's protein. But like you said, it makes you bad. That's why our people got heart disease, cancer, blood pressure. You see someone walking like this because they got the gout.
That's
why?
right.
Because that pork, it has a lot of parasites in it.
That's right.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to
The
you.
Lord said pork is unclean to you. He don't eat grass. He's maneuver. I think that's called, I don't know, manure or something like that.
Yeah.
He is anything you put in front of it, it's gonna eat. You have a dead cat that been dead for 3 days. It got flies on it, parasites. That pig gonna eat it like it's nothing, man.
That's right.
That's what wherever that it don't digest its food properly. So wherever that pig eats, you're eating the same thing. Exactly. That's why a lot of people have parasites in their brains. You feel me? That's why they can't remember things because those parasites are slowly eating their brain. And they don't even know it, man. Right. Let's keep going.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
The Lord said no pork, and like you said, it makes you feel sluggish. Certain of these food is GMO, it's not real food, right? It's it has a lot of chemicals in it. That's why when you wake up for work, you don't want to wake up, man. You know, you feel so tired and things of that nature. When you wake up, you get like 8 hours, 10 hours of sleep, you still feel sluggish.
That's right.
That's not coincidence. That's just the food you're digesting. That's why the Lord wants to, take care of our bodies, things of that nature. There's nothing wrong with that. Work out, eat healthy food, but don't be eating no pig. Keep going. You like seafood?
I do, but I'm not big on it. I try to.
Okay. What type of seafood you like eating?
I'm picky.
Yeah, come on.
I like that. Crab legs,
Do crabs make you feel sluggish? Or lobster, shrimp?
that's something I don't eat often.
Okay. True. Now, what do you think lobsters and crabs are in the ocean?
I would probably say it's kind of like a step up with like first, like, I don't know, like, I don't have stuff about it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what they're
Hey, yeah, right?
so same concept you said about the pork stuff. They eat stuff and maybe it's something that's like
Bottom feeders. Bottom feeders, yeah, I feel you. Right, exactly. So when you go to the Pacific Ocean, you go to the Atlantic Ocean, you go to the rivers, and I want you to go to Israel and go to the Jordan River and tell me how it looks. It's going to look dirty. Why does it look dirty? Exactly. Those lobsters, those shrimp, those oysters, you can look on YouTube, an oyster clearing out an aquarium tank or something like that in a couple of hours. Just like 1 or 2 oysters. Right? So every time you eat oysters, yeah, that's good. That's bottom feeders. You don't want to eat that. And we're about to get into that right now. Those lobsters and crabs, crawfish and stuff like that. And it's for you too, brother. Here's this one commandment real quick. Just one real quick. Read.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, and the seas and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So the Lord said, what's the attributes of things you can eat in the waters? Yeah. Then the Lord just gave you the two attributes or characteristics he needs to have. You may read it again for you? Okay.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales. Whatsoever hath fins and scales. In the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
What are the two characteristics that the fish or wherever in the sea has to have in order for you to eat it? Fins.
That's right.
Exactly. It has to have fins and scales. So let's say, can I eat salmon? Okay. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. You're talking about Paul, the Apostle Paul? Yeah, that's cool. Let's get this real quick.
Chapter 11 and verse 1. I say then, hath God cast away his people?
God casted away his people. Right, a lot of people think God cast away his people. When you go to church, they say, hey, God casted his people. That's what they tell you. Paul said God didn't cast away his people. Right, read.
God forbid, for I also am an Israelite. For I
Also am an Israelite.
Paul didn't call himself a Roman. If we live in America, how come I don't call myself American? Because American is just what's it called? Let me get that right here. You know what African American comes from? Good question.
I don't want to say it.
Yeah, you said it, man. Right? Hey,
You're not telling me to.
that's cool. Right? Hey, that's playing upon tables. But America came from the man named America. That's what you know named America. And African come from honest, man.
That's right.
They named their landmass after themselves. That's why your last name, for example, is a white name. Yeah, that's a white. Yeah, that's white. That's white. Yeah. Yeah. That's not. We don't. Back in the Egypt, where I don't want to get too deep into it, but we never did last names. So every person that has a last name is either, really chiefly so-called white people, especially if you're born in America. Because remember, we're in captivity. Remember that. So we was owned by them. So it was called us by them. Exactly. So you got the whole game right there, but.
People, but they last
Right there, I got a white last name too, things of that nature. So because we're in captivity, but Paul, he didn't call himself a Roman, he didn't call himself African or these different titles. He called himself an Israelite because he knew what he was by blood.
That's right.
So if I ask you nationality, let's say you say it was your sister who told you this. Your best friend? Okay. Let's say your best friend asked you next time, what's your nationality? What you going to say?
No, I guess I'm supposed to be agreeing with her.
I mean,
It's okay.
Hey.
brother.
Right? From what tribe?
That's right.
Okay, I'll praise to the Most High. Can I get one more commandment for you? Okay, so you love the Lord, right? Yeah. You love the Lord, right? Okay, now, the Lord about to show you something real quick, okay?
Flyer, my brother.
Lord, we got it. I'll praise the Most High. Yeah, that's the Lord. Okay.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman
What? Are you a woman, right? Right? I'm not asking like, I'm just letting you know.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So what does a man wear? What does a woman wear that pertains to a man? Right, the second one. You said it though. Pants.
That's right.
Yeah, because just think about it. Why does a female need a zipper? Yeah, the zipper and the buckle thing. Yeah, button. But that's where dress comes in. The Lord said, let's get 1 Timothy 2:9. Right? Now I know it might not be easy for you to hear just some things of that nature. You gotta understand history and things of that nature and our foremothers. Because your foremothers, you know about Sarah? Or Rebecca? No, you know about Mary, right? Right? They wasn't wearing pants. Did you know that pants for females came not that long ago? In the 1900s. But Right. Man, like yeah. Like Harriet Tubman, she was wearing a dress. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say that too. Yeah, that's the proverb. Yeah, exactly. So you know about Susan? Give me Psalm 83 real quick. Verse 2. You know about Psalm, what's called Susan B. Anthony? Right, she was a so-called white woman who did that just to keep you in sin.
That's right.
Because what happens when you're in sin? I think I want Judas 5 and 17. Okay. He's like, one more time, my bad, I'm sorry. Got it. Right? Alright, so you said what sin is again? One more time, my bad.
It's a flag.
Let's get it. This is a biblical definition of sin.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committed sin transgresses also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
Sin is the transgression of the law. That's all sin is.
That's right.
People make a high definition of sin. It's whatever, it's bad, it's whatever, this, that, and the third. But all it is the transgression of the law.
That's right.
It's bad and things of that nature. That's why we're telling you that you gotta keep the commandments so you won't be in sin. Because what comes by sin? Consequences. What's that? Consequences.
What's up?
Right. You're on point.
I don't know. Basically, I feel like if you just keep it mild, that you're trying to like make it or just like something better. Not like that.
Okay. Personal. So let's get this
Like
one.
too much sinning, like you don't know. Like they ain't said about lying. You don't lie. You don't know.
Ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah, you on point, man.
Romans chapter 6 and verse 23.
Look it up.
Romans chapter 6 and verse 1.
Look it up.
What shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin that grace may abound?
Well, these Christian churches, they say it's okay to sin because the Lord died for you. But the thing is, people don't understand. Yeah, the Lord died for you. Exactly. He just wants you to get right. You have mercy, but when you start willfully sinning, then you just going off. Let's see what happens when you keep sinning. Jump down.
Verse 23.
Look it up.
For the wages of sin is death.
What?
Is death.
If you keep willfully sinning, yeah, the Lord gonna put you to death.
Yeah, Romans 6 and 21.
Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 36.
Look it up.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death.
All that want to sin willfully, they love death because that's what's going to come to them, death. So like he's saying, what's the point of being on this earth? You're not doing the will of the Most High that he sent you to do. You're useless, man. He's not going to use you no more and just cut you out. Like on a basketball team, you're not making no point. You're not really playing. You're tired. You don't work out. You're not at practice. I'm paying you all this money to play basketball. You're not even doing it.
That's right.
From your team, man. Right? So let's get this real quick. And like you said, what the whole duty of man? What do you think the whole duty of man is and women?
I feel like basically to live on for the purposes of God.
To obey him. Exactly. And let's see what he said. That's exactly what he said.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13.
Look it up.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
This is the conclusion of the whole matter. Read.
Fear God and keep his commandments.
Fear God again.
Fear God
Fear God.
and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
The whole duty of man is
That's
fear
right.
God and keep his commandments. Now look around. Do a lot of people fear God and keep his commandments? No, right? So what do you think about to come to this place?
Bring it out.
Death and destruction. Right? That's why there's no rain in the last days, right? Yeah, 'cause it's not coincidence. Exactly. And it's beautiful to see you hearken, you know, other people hearken to this, because we're trying to save your soul too. You know, I want to see you make it. I don't want to see my brothers and my sisters get destroyed. And
That's
them
right.
getting burnt up with fire and they're screaming for agony. You feel me? So that's why we're trying to teach you the commandments and let you know who you are, so you have a chance in this thing.
That's right.
Because you want the kingdom of heaven, right? And the Lord said in Matthew 19, verse 16 on down, to get the kingdom of heaven, you got to keep his commandments.
That's right.
So can we go back to the dress thing? How do you feel about that, by the way? Can you get back to Judas 5, verse 17?
Personally, now, like I guess nowadays, it's like whole debate on like what's okay for women to do and what's okay for men to do. And I guess just for being a woman, I feel like if I want to wear that, it's okay. But then I don't think I would trip either if I had to wear a dress, but I mean, I don't
Hey, what's up? Right. Let's go. The reason why we went through that, because I know it's going to be hard for a sister to, you know, take that Western mindset of America and come back to her heritage. This is your heritage. You know that. It's not a religion. Jeremiah 17 verse 4 said the Lord will discontinue you from your heritage if you don't keep his commandments. So everybody in this Bible looks just like you.
That's right.
Your foremothers, Mary, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, they look just like you. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they look just like these men up here, man. Because the people in the Bible, they're men of color.
That's right.
They're Israelites. Right, so let's get this real quick in 1 Timothy 2:9.
1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 9.
Look it up.
In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Now, what's modest apparel?
modest, I would say maybe modern. Like, I don't want to use the term like woman in life, but it's like, I don't know, I guess a little more
How you doing, sister? Take a minute. Thank you. Peace and bless.
how they should be comfortable.
Okay. Now it says right here that modest.
Now, I would say it's modest. Work class,
Well, what's up? Let's see what it says.
It's the definition of modest. Okay, I'm gonna just go on the similar. Bashful, shy, quiet, shamefaced, fearful, humble, humble, shamefaced.
Shamefaced. So when a woman wears, you know, I'm gonna be honest, you know, do you think that's, you know, quiet, you know, bashful, shameful? Unless you have a man, I don't want to ask you like that. If you had a man, do you think you want another man looking at you? Right? You want that to be for your man, right? That's what the Lord. That's all the Lord wants you to do.
That's right.
Save it. Go ahead.
First, this is number 3 of clothing, not revealing or emphasizing the figure. Modest dress means the humanist must be below the knee.
See that? So below the knee. It says, I'm gonna read it again. They'll probably get on you. They'll get on you. They'll rebuke you. And the thing is, that's love, though. Let's get Leviticus 19, verse 17. When people correct you, do you get offended? I got a question. You don't? What do you think? What do you take it as? Are they hating on me? They don't love me. What do you take it as?
I take it as you trying to look out for me and shit people.
So that, bro.
That's right. It's a defy thing.
Even though I might not see it at the time
Right.
being, you know, it might be like it might be something that I would like take into consideration.
Right. Yeah. That's all. Right? Every time I get corrected, I don't really see it, but I go back and reflect on it. Oh, that's cool, that's straight. Because every time someone corrects you, you get upset. Even though it's true, it's all pride. It's pride, that's all it is. Look at Proverbs 13, verse 13. You got Leviticus.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Bring it up.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
I'm not going to hate my brother in my heart. I'm not going to hate my sister in my heart. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Rebuke thy neighbor.
And not suffer sin upon him.
That's right.
You can correct each other so we don't suffer sin upon us. Because what comes by sin? Death, right? So if I want to see you live, I want to get you out of that sin.
That's
what
right.
we're saying right now, the Lord's saying that a modest woman, she's wearing a dress, you know, a hair wrap, she keeping all of that for her man. But you don't want every man just looking at you. You're gonna feel disgusting, man. Right? You want to be modest, right? Let's go on what you got right here.
Proverbs chapter 13 in verse 13.
Bring it up.
Good. Verse 10. Only by pride.
Only by what?
Only by pride cometh contention.
Cometh what?
Cometh contention.
Only by pride cometh contention. Meaning, when someone try to correct you, you're being contentious. I don't see that. And then you start arguing, it's all pride because your feelings might be hurt. You get in an argument when someone try to correct you, saying, no, it's really like this, and y'all start arguing, it's just pride because you want to be right, you know, things in that nature. That's why it's important that we humble down, you humble down, everybody has to humble down because this place is built off of pride, man.
That's
Everybody's
right.
prideful. I don't want to say I dare you, but if you go over there to those sisters right now and say, we can't be doing this, that, and the third, they're going to get mad at you. They're going to call you this, that, and the third, you know, and things in that nature. But what we're telling you, and you're very humble right now, and you can't be doing that, how do you feel about that right now?
Like I was just going back, like last night, because I'm actually but I came here with my friends when I am. Which also I don't know why I feel like my heart. And then I don't want to be out here dancing. Not like a road, you feel me, out here comfortably. And like when I do get in the room for the women who do like this like that, you put me in like my business, that's not how I
I'll give you another week. If you want to go,
History of Susanna, verse 31. Now Susanna was a very delicate woman.
This is a very delicate woman. This is foremother. This blood right here, you know? So he says she's a very delicate woman, read.
And beauty is to behold. And these wicked men commanded to uncover her face. To uncover her face.
Yes, she's very beautiful, but she kept all that cover for her husband. This is your foremother, man. This is an example of what your foremother did.
That's right.
You still have wicked men trying to rape her, trying to uncover her, because she looked very good. And that's why we want to. The more you cover up, the less chance of you, getting molested or raping things in that nature. Exactly. Now we go back to what you said before, hypocrisy, right? So.
She got all prideful.
Exactly. No, we gotta walk, but we talk about it, all right? So let's get this one. What's that word called? Okay, we're gonna leave you off with this one. Then I'll let you be, all right?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it up.
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
What?
Enter not into the path of the wicked.
You gotta be mindful who you hanging around
That's
with.
right.
When you hanging around with strippers or whatever or wicked people, you're gonna be enticed to do so.
Talk
they're gonna
to
tell
them.
you, come on, it's okay. You can repent later. You're gonna have Satan trying to talk to you, and you're gonna sound good. Then guess what? Then you're gonna do it. Then you're gonna get jammed up, but you're gonna get away with it. You always see that in movies. that one person who's trying to stay good, and he gets sucked into something, he gets jammed up, he gets shot, he dies, everybody else get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to tell you, make sure you know who you're hanging out with. Not everybody's a friend. Your friend would tell you to keep the commandments, do good to yourself. That's a real friend. An enemy would tell you to sin and wrong against your own soul. All right, let's keep going.
And go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it.
What?
Avoid it.
Avoid it. Next time I hit you up, let's go to the so-and-so club. I can't right now. I gotta do something else. Or I gotta stay home. I gotta do something else. Just avoid it, man. Right? Read.
Slakia. Avoid it. Pass not by it. Turn from it and pass away. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
They want to cause you to fall. They can't go to sleep unless they call you to fall.
That's right.
Fall. It's just in the spirit. So make sure you know who you're hanging out with. Okay. I'm gonna let you go. First, I'm gonna give you a rundown quiz. Are you ready? If you get 3 correct, I'll let you go. I'll let you go with things of that nature. But if you don't, you might have to stay. Hold you captive here. So what's your nationality? Yeah, they be going crazy. Israelite. From what tribe? Judah. That's okay. I said that's one. That's one correct. Okay. What's the dietary law that you just learned? There's two things you can't eat.
Dietary law, you said that you
Okay, the pork. You can't eat pork, right? Okay, that's 2. That's 2. Let me see. What's that other command we just went over? The dress apparel, the apparel.
I'm not gonna lie, I know it when I hear it, but I'm not gonna be able to repeat it actually. Did you start with a DJ or an S? I'm sorry.
The dress. Yeah, that's apparel that I want to see.
Oh, okay. No, but remember you got the piece of chocolate saying that part of the thing that
The dietary law, what are you talking about?
So the extra law is just about
You got other stuff that's not in the 10 Commandments. Like you said, the 10 Commandments got the little rundown, the quick rundown. You have like other ceremonial laws, the dietary law, the dress law, but you got other 10 Commandments.
Okay, so that's what I was
I'll give you that. One more question. It's a bonus question. Look, the precept we just read, it tells you to do what with friends? With bad friends, not really friends. Not really friends.
You said to basically hang with your friends and basically doing certain stuff on their people.
Right. Yeah. You on fire. You on fire. Now we have a QR code on there. If you scan it, right here. You scan it, got our YouTube and everything, things of that nature. Prove us. Hey, try you come out here every Saturday. You come out here every Saturday?
It's like my first time out.
Okay.
So, but I like it somewhere.
Oh yeah, you do. Hey, huh? You have a Cleveland? Oh, we have a campus. Yeah. You got group. If you get in touch, yeah, if you get in touch with that, you get in touch, do everything. Or you can jump there, everything you need to know is on there. Just give it a try. I'll pay for myself. How's it going, family? I got one minute to hear the words of the Lord real quick. You got one. Okay, can I give you a flyer real quick? Can I give you a flyer? You're an Israelite. Israelite. Right. Israelite. How's it going, Elder?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's you up to, man?
Huh?
What's your nationality, kid? What y'all talking about?
You said what were you talking about?
What y'all talking about? Who's playing your own game with y'all?
Well, he was just trying to show me how to...
The QR code.
How to use QR code.
Okay, that's
So once I got on the So now is
Yes, sir. Yeah, but basically, he going to top it up with you more. But if you scan that QR code, it's a link tree. They'll have different links going to our YouTube, Instagram, and things of that nature, and get you plugged in. I got a question for you, Elder. Hey, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. Hey, what's your nationality, man?
I watch videos and stuff.
Okay.
Israelite.
Israel. Oh,
That's right.
Oh, praise. Oh, praise. Oh, yes, sir. Oh, you sir? What do you know about the Israelites?
Well, I know that we are the chosen people of God.
Mm-hmm.
And that we need to start.
Okay. Give me Psalm 119, verse 6.
I don't know how.
Peace and blessings. How you doing, brother?
I don't know how we're going to keep all of it.
Okay. Give me John 1:17, man. All right, first give me Psalm 119, verse 60. Give me John 1, verse 17.
Psalms chapter 119 and verse 60.
Bring it up.
I made haste.
I made what?
I made haste.
David said he made haste, right?
And delayed not to keep thy commandments.
David said he made haste to keep the commandments, man. Who's on? David? You know about King David?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he made haste to keep the commandments. He wasn't Satan. Don't listen to them. It's Satan. But yeah, he made haste to keep the commandments because he loved the Lord. The Lord said in 1 Samuel 15, obedience is better than sacrifice.
That's
man.
right.
So when you're obedient to the Most High God, you have a contrite, pure heart. That's a sacrifice to the Most High God. You can have fringes on, you can be keeping the commandments, but you're not sincere. You don't have a contrite heart. So yeah, you're not keeping the commandments right now, but just have a pure heart. But make haste to keep those commandments. That makes sense, right? So let's get John 1 verse 17.
It's the book of John, chapter 1 and verse 17.
Bring it up.
And he said unto them, what manner of communication are these?
John 1:17.
John chapter 1 and verse 17. For the law was given by Moses.
The law was given by Moses, but the thing is, back then in the time of Moses, people got put to death if they didn't keep the commandments back then. Right, but watch this though, keep going.
But grace and truth.
What?
Grace and truth.
But grace and truth is the law, read,
Came by Yahushua.
by Yahushua. So back then you didn't really have that much grace in the time of Moses, but now since Yahushua came and died for our sins, you gotta keep the law, but now he gives you grace and mercy. So the verse is defining king, where you have to try to keep the commandments. That makes sense? So let's get Revelation 14 verse 12.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God.
This is an end times, man. The people who get saved, he said, keep the commandments of God, read.
And the faith.
And the what?
And the faith.
Not a lot of people talk about faith like that. Yeah, we gotta keep the commandments, and you have to keep the faith as well. You have faith?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes, every time, when you don't have faith, that's really sin. That's sometimes I get like that too. I'm not gonna get on you and stuff like that because I don't want to be a hypocrite myself. I get that. You gotta always understand that the Lord's always with you no matter what. Man.
That's right.
Why don't you have faith? Is it because you're going through certain things?
Well, that is,
Give me Psalms 55 verse 22.
yeah, that's
Okay, y'all Israelites, by the way, y'all Israelites. Okay, all praise to the Most High, man. Come on, give me Psalms 40 verse 1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 22.
Bring it up.
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
What?
Cast thy burden upon the Lord.
The Lord said, cast your burdens upon the Lord, read.
And he shall sustain thee.
Put it upon table. If you cast your burdens upon the Lord, he's going to sustain you. Because guess what? The Lord going to give you certain things, but it's not going to be too hard for you that you can't handle, man. Don't think that. All the Lord wants to see you do is beseech him. That's all he wants to see you do. He's going to give you something, so he wants you to beseech him more and more and more. Because if he give you everything that you want, a lot of people going to go away from him, man. I don't need him no more. I got everything I want. That's what these rich people do. But guess what? You know the reason why the Lord loves the poor people? Because they always beseech him for everything. So, meaning, what's it called? Look for him, call upon him, seek him, and things of that nature.
That's right.
What it means. So these poor people, they have nothing. So if they just want a crumb of food, they go to the Most High God. But these rich people, if they just want something to steak dinner, they don't go to the Most High God. Because they already have it in their power. They can do whatever they want to do. They don't pray over their food. They don't pray when they wake up. They don't care about the Most High God because they have everything they already want. But that's why the Lord makes certain. Give me 1 Samuel 18 verse 23, man. King David was poor. You feel me? Before he was a king, he was poor. He didn't have anything. That's why he loved the Most High so greatly, because he came from nothing to something. That's right. You feel me? Give me, go ahead. Got it.
1 Samuel chapter 18 and verse 23.
Look it up.
And Saul's servant spake those words in the ears of David. And David said, seemeth it to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law, saying that I am a poor man.
What's David?
Saying that I am a poor man.
David says, saying that I am a poor man, read.
And lightly esteemed.
Lightly what?
And lightly esteemed.
Back then before he slaved the life like that, man, it don't go after really. And he was lightly esteemed, man. No one really thought of him. He was the last man to be thought of. He was poor, he didn't have anything. But guess what? He said what?
I never knew that.
You see that?
And David started off that.
Mm-hmm. See, people only talk about people's greatness, but not their struggles, man.
That's right.
But guess what? The Lord, he loves the people who struggle.
Right.
He chose them from the dirt. That's where you get rubies. Don't you get rubies from the dust, from the dirt? You get gold from the dirt. In order to get that gold, you got to dig up that dirt and get out the dirt. It's pure gold right in front of you, man. Same thing with you. Well, I got preached sometimes. Give me James 2 and verse 5. Same thing with you, King. Yeah, we're in the lowest state. But the Lord, you're in the dust. You got to get you out the dust. Now you're a ruby, man. You're a jewel. Right? Let's get...
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 12.
Bring it up.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Read it again.
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
The Lord said he will make a man more precious than fine gold. Read. Come.
Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
See, like he said, you're going to make a man more precious than fine gold. All you have to do is keep your trust in him and keep the commandments, man.
Right.
That's all you have to do.
That's right.
Even Jesus Christ, so-called Jesus Christ, Yahushua, right? He was poor, man. He didn't have all the luxurious things. But guess what? He said, hey, the Lord said, this is my beloved son, man. Right? And, hey, man.
James chapter 2 verse 5.
Bring it up.
Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world rich in faith?
Rich in what?
Rich in faith.
Rich in dead president.
Rich in faith. And heirs of the kingdom.
The Lord said he chose the people who's rich in faith.
That's
Not
right.
rich in dead presidents and gold and wealth, but rich in faith.
That's right.
So when you say sometimes you get low faith, I gotta check myself. These brothers gotta check themselves. You gotta check yourself, because the Lord's looking for people who's rich in faith, man.
That's right.
You don't have rich soil. You can easily grow plants and stuff like that. It's easy to grow. That's how your faith gotta be. You gotta be
brother? How
rich
you doing?
and
Peace and
just
blessings.
moist and things of that nature, man. Good. Right. So now we're going over the faith. Let's get one more faith. Let's get John 20 verse 31. I could never put this precept out. I want to get it now. Right? Let's get John 20 verse 31.
Book of John, chapter 20 and verse number 31. And it reads, but these are written that ye might believe that Yahushua is the Christ.
You believe that Yahushua is the Christ? You believe he's the Son of God? You do? I'll pray. And I'll pray for one second.
The Son of God, and that believing ye might have life through his name.
Believing again.
And believing, and that believing ye might have life through his name.
If you believe that he's the Son of God, you will have life through his name, man. So your belief comes forth, your faith comes first, and then your works come. Abraham, like it says in James 2:18, first the faith came, and then his works, keeping commandments, he offered up his son Isaac. So you have to, in order to keep commandments, you need faith. So now you got faith, you get 3 commandments you need to keep, or you already know some commandments. You already,
I respect what y'all doing, man. I'm a sinner, man. But I believe in God, you know what I mean? I'm a sinner, man. I believe in God, man. I respect what y'all doing, man. I respect that, man. But it's hard to get out of there, you know what I mean? Especially when you've been in it your whole life. You know what I mean? So I'm proud of my black house, you know what I mean? I ain't got nothing love and respect for y'all. Y'all putting on y'all shoulders, y'all carrying.
you gonna put what's today?
Raising the young was up in it. You know what I mean? Raising the young was up in it. That's the right thing to do, man. I wish I had the strength and the reserve that you all had. There's my off day. I wish I had it, man. I recently these cats representing Christ right here, man. They doing it right here. Letting everybody know. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. I wish I had their strength. Wish I had their reserve. Wish I had their knowledge. Wish I had their understanding.
So you said you were shopping today?
Yeah, I'm shopping. I love and respect right there, man. That's what's talking about. That's what's talking about. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna condemn you, brother, because you believe in your house, man.
Appreciate
That's
you.
what was going to.
Man, love y'all, man.
So I'm not gonna get on you. Remember, the Lord died for our sins. Let's get Romans 8 verse 1. The only thing I'm going to get, I'm going to correct the spirit and bring you love and things of that nature. I'm not going to make you feel bad, man. You know, because hey, we all go off, things in that nature. Romans 8 1 time.
It's the book of Romans chapter 8 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahushua.
The Lord said there's no condemnation to them that believe in Yahushua, man. Because back then, let's be honest, if you broke the Sabbath by gathering wood, things, doing your own things, buying and selling, the Lord, he put somebody to death in Numbers chapter 15, man. And that's why we have fringes on. Right? That's the whole reason why we have fringes on, man. Right? But now the Lord died for our sins. He give us mercy, man.
That's right.
He give us mercy. Read.
Who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit.
Right.
For the law of the Spirit of life in Hamashiach Yahushua has made me free from the law of sin and death.
See that? So yeah, the Lord died for our sins. You're not under the death of the law no more. You're under the grace and mercy. So yeah, you bought, but guess what? The Lord said, do no more. Don't sin no more. Let's get that in John real quick. John chapter 8. This woman was caught in adultery. Did the Lord condemn her and put her to death? What you think? Oh, that's great. That's why we're here for you, King. That's right. That's right. We're brotherly love out here, man. I'm not gonna make you feel bad. Hey, you straight, man. The Lord gonna put you on the game. All right? This is my first three verses. John 8. Right here. Right here.
I got you. John chapter 8 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Women, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
Be like that. The Lord said, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. So we're gonna go over the Sabbath for you. You want to refresh it to your mind, get in your mind real quick. It's okay with you? Let's get very simple.
How do we know this? Well, of course I know, but why they change it?
Well, that's Esau for you, man. That's Esau. Let's get this report. Thing.
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Bring it out.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
What?
And think to change times and laws. And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and a dividing of time.
Right, so the Lord said, hey, these men, the people who's in rulership right now, they think they can change times and laws. They change the time, they change the laws, things of that nature, but yet the Lord still got to keep his commandments.
That's right.
Now in Colossians, the Lord said, people have different Sabbath days. Some go by the moon, stuff like that. Some goes by the calendar. But if you rehearsing the righteous acts, that's all the Lord wants from you. If you're doing it in truth and sincerity.
That's right.
That makes sense? Our person most side. So let's get this real quick. What you got? Actually, come on.
It's the book of Exodus.
Actually, my bad, King. Genesis 2. Let's go to Genesis 2 and verse 1. You kind of look at now. Because even the Lord, he made everything in 6 days and rested the seventh day.
That's right.
So,
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he has made.
so what would you say the seventh day is?
Saturday. I mean, what is the seventh day?
The seventh day, you said Saturday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
The calendar, you're right. On the calendar, the seventh day would be, the last day would be, so what's called Saturday. The first day, they say is Sunday. Things of that nature. Right? Read.
But, verse 3, and Yahweh blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made.
Straight like that. The Lord said on the seventh day, which is today, you have to rest from your work, man. Hey, just go ahead and chill. Or you can come out and do the work of the Lord, in truth and sincerity. It's good to be, it's righteous to be good on the Sabbath day. Paraphrase something like that, right? So you come out here, keep with us, man. You take the doctrine with us. But don't, the Lord said, let's get Nehemiah 10 and 51. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get a few more down. You got to go. You got it. Give me the. Give you a few more down.
Nehemiah chapter 10 and verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals on the Sabbath day,
On the Sabbath day, if anybody's trying to come and sell you something, read.
to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath day.
Well, what?
That we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath day.
I'm telling everybody, if anybody trying to come over here on the Sabbath day and try to sell you something, you're not going to buy it from them on the Sabbath day, man. But the Lord said in John, chapter 19, verse 31, it's a high holy day. You feel me? So it's a high day, man. Now, yeah, we all go walk and things of that nature, but now you know now. You feel me? So you now got to exercise that. Like, okay, look, it's a Sabbath day. I can't buy and sell. That's what the Lord said. Let's get Proverbs 23 verse 3. Let's get Proverbs 23 verse 3. The Lord said, you got to foresee the evil. You got to foresee everything as a man of the Lord. And be like, look, if I don't go ahead and get gas right now, I'm going to end up dying on a Sabbath day. If I don't go ahead and prepare my food right now, I won't have nothing to cook on a Sabbath day. Or eat things of that nature.
Chapter 23 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
22 and verse 3. And it reads, a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished.
So a prudent man foreseeth the evil. So you need prudence, you know. You have prudence, you know, foresee the evil. If you know going to eat something to drink or something to eat, you know, for the Sabbath day, go ahead and do it before the sun goes down on Friday. You feel me? Before the sun goes down and stuff like that. Before the sun goes down, yes sir. So you got any questions or what's up, man?
No, that's it. I so appreciate you guys sharing.
All praise to the Most High, King. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Hello, y'all Israelites. How you get fire system?
I spoke to your brother down there.
Okay, all praise to the Most High. Y'all Israelites, Hey, bro, you got 1 minute real quick, King? Hey, bro, you got 1 minute? Come on. Come talk to me, man. Come on, man. Come talk to me, man. Come here, fire. Come here, fire. This is just for you. All praise to the Most High. We can close it up. Let's get Matthew 10, verse 7. Let's get Luke 13, verse 3. Just want to hold Psalm 115, verse 1 in that order. Hey, brother. Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all just strolling, man? True. Hey, what's your nationality, though, King? What's your nationality, man? You know you're an Israelite according to the Bible? You're a king walking the earth, man. Y'all Israelite. Psalm 115, verse 1. We get Matthew 10, verse 7.
Matthew chapter 10 and verse number 7. And as they go, preach, say, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. All hell is about to break loose. We gotta make sure we keep enduring to the spirit. It can definitely get hard, right? Bring it up.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 13 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
I tell you, nay, but except ye repent.
Except you what?
Except ye repent.
Except we repent. You shall what?
Ye shall all likewise perish.
You gotta be constantly repenting these last days.
That's right.
How's it going, King? You got 1 minute real quick, man? You're an Israelite, okay? So if you're not repenting these last days, then we're going to cut us down.
That's right.
Especially in this flesh. If you're in this flesh, man, you got to repent every day, man. Every second of the day. Because you're always going on. So let's get out Psalm 115, verse 1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 115 and verse 1.
Bring it up.
Not unto us, O Lord, not unto us, but unto thy name give glory, for thy mercy and for thy truth's sake.
Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Hashem Mashiach.
All praise to the Most High. Pass me on to the next segment of the Most High God.